Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some of the most exciting news we get to go cover, especially for a channel that's kind of, centered around console news in the first place, because today is the day that the Switch 2 has now officially launched. So if you guys are number one excited or got yours, or you're still maybe just waiting for a little bit, don't feel bad, but definitely go and smash a like or subscribe, because we probably have a lot of Switch coverage coming up on the channel, plus also the usual PlayStation, Xbox, and other general gaming news stuff. And as well, if you guys for some other reason did not get lucky on any pre-orders, or you're still waiting for your consoles, or just can't even afford it as of right this second, totally understand. We do have a Switch 2 giveaway going on as of right this second. Now, as you guys probably know, we do have a little bit of an issue because my Target order did get sadly canceled, so we do have to try to go procure another one, so that may be delayed out just a few more days, but it seems like stock doesn't seem that crazy or that hard to go get, so it should be all shorted throughout the next, hopefully a few days. I'll give you guys an update on the channel itself. But one big thing we get to go and showcase and cover over here is on the fact that there is an actual console that people can go look at. We're going to talk over it. We have some cool stuff for the unboxing over here for the Switch 2, so let's go dive on into it. Subscribe if you guys are new, leave a like if you guys want to, and of course, let me know what games you guys might be hopeful for in the future, because I myself, obviously Mario Kart's cool, but I want a good 3D Mario, and all the improvements so far in the prior generation games have been phenomenal. Shiny Hunting 2 as well. Just everything's going pretty good, so let's go and showcase up a little bit of cool Nintendo Switch game plan over here and console stuff. So if you guys have seen it, there's been a little bit of a toss-up over here. There's been a little bit of a packaging issue, which I'm going to go and showcase up here in a second, where, well, people were actually having it, like, stabbed. Like, that's probably the world's worst word to go and mention, but basically, we had a lot of GameStop boxes get destroyed. We made a video on that earlier on today. If you guys missed it, go check it out, and you guys can probably see why, because the Switch 2 right there is, well, on the very tiptoe of the box itself. Now, obviously, some people are stapling into it, it cracked the screen, and it is a little bit iffy because we've, I think, been seeing some shipping issues so far. Nothing widespread enough to make a video on, but I have been seeing it kind of floating around a little bit on Reddit and Twitter, in case you guys, have been trying to go get your consoles or going to ship it in the future as well, waiting from Target, wherever. And it's a little bit of a struggle. But overall, I think everyone's first impressions on the console, it runs good, it is an improvement, and just, it's just a nice refresher. It just feels really good. The one big critique a lot of people have said is they are upset it's not an OLED screen. Now, that is the biggest deal. I think they did that to kind of cut down costs as well. As you guys can also see over here too on the Joy-Cons, they are bigger. Everything in the console is bigger. The first impressions is it feels a little bit like a 21st century Switch. Now, don't get me wrong, we're already in the 21st century, but either way, this is kind of like a big deal in my opinion, because it just makes the console nicer. It makes it feel more updated. It is a Switch 2, so I want to feel like a Switch 2. Now, if they would have put an OLED screen on this, all would have been phenomenal, but they just sadly never did. Now, the box itself is pretty bare bones. It's all the essential cords you need to have to plug into, like, your computer, your outputs, your TVs, whatever it may go and be, and obviously little Joy-Con straps, which are very common day. We had it on the Switch itself. It really isn't anything super crazy in the actual box itself. Nothing super duper big, like it's a cool vibe, don't get me wrong. But if you guys have opened up any piece of technology in the past, let's say, 10 years, and it might have almost be somewhat on the underwhelming side, surprisingly enough. Now, it has everything you need, the charging cables, the little docks, everything else, but I do think the packaging was a little bit on the offside. But most people are playing this for Pokemon, Mario, to have games to play with their kids, whatever it might be, so it's not the end-all be-all. Now, I do also want to give a little special shout out here too. This is actual footage over here from Unbox High Tech 2. I want to have it linked down below. Please go and click on their video if you guys hear this or mention it. Give them a like, give them a sub, watch it fully on through, give them some ad revenue and such as well, because I did have a little issues on my Switch 2, and technically reaction content's fine at the end of the day, but make sure you guys also put a little bit of love on the original video too as well. Wait for me to get some attention, and they do not themselves. But as you guys can kind of see too, a lot of changes. It's just a little bit more streamlined. It's nice, looks a bit sleeker, people have been enjoying it. It is also a bigger console, which I think is the current meta. I've had a chance to look at a lot of the Lenovo Go's, the Steam Deck, and well, there's gonna probably be a lot of children who pick up their Switches. So obviously maybe a smaller console might be nice, and I would almost want them to go and sell a Switch 2 Mini, maybe in the future. We've always kind of seen those iterations already from we have the 3DSs and the 3DSis, and even the Switch had their own Switch Minis too, and also the Switch OLEDs. I'm cool with it, but I do think there is a pretty big demographic of younger folks who will be utilizing the consoles. Now, this is the actual screen. I think this looks golden, and as I mentioned, this is where people are getting poked on from GameStop. That was crazy drama for a day one retailer, and those nuts. But everything looks clean. There's no major complaints. There's nothing big in my mind. People are worried about the Joy-Con drift. I think it'll be fine. People are worried about these little magnetic, like little connectors over here that could potentially be a problem. I don't want to say they're not until we've had like a few months, years to have a chance to see the console and have it in our hands, but everything seems okay. Like, I feel like a lot of Switches are usually more like battle-proofed. Like, they've been tested, with children. I'm sure there's gonna be some mishaps of them being dropped or whatever, but it seems like the connectors, I've also uploaded a few shorts, I believe, of this too as well. They just feel good. Like, they feel cozy, they feel nice, everything's chilling. And like, as you guys can even see over here, it looks more new. Now, the old Switch, obviously, was a very old Switch, don't get me wrong, but like, it just feels like everything's nice. Brand new console, smells all good, smells like a factory. Here's the comparison too as well from the Switch and the Switch itself. I almost want to go backtrack that a little bit for you guys to kind of see the differences a little bit more, but you guys can see it's just bigger. It's bigger, it looks more sleek, the colors kind of blend in a little bit better. I like it. Like, I do think this is more what people want. The bigger screen space, nice. Longer battery, nice. Graphical improvements, we've been seeing everyone checking out the prior games, they love it. The new Pokemon games have more Pokemon spawning throughout the map. Looks great. People that are shiny hunting, trying to get the RNG on the Pokemon, I've been loving it because it's just a lot. It's just a bigger console. The console runs nicer. So instead of having 10 Pokemon on screen and they despawn very quickly, you could have like 50. And it's just, like I said, it's just the next big generation. It feels like it's a bigger improvement. Now, the Switch was a little bit dated, though, as well, so I can see why some people might be like, well, it's still not up to scuff in comparison to, like, the PS5, to my PC, whatever, but this is also the Switch, a completely different demographic, and if it works, it works. And everyone's been loving the brand new Mario Kart update. I can't wait to go play with you guys. If you guys want, like, a YouTube live stream of that, just hanging out, anyone who got their consoles, everyone can join. I'd love to do that. That with the Twitch audience would probably be a phenomenal stream, and I'm excited for it. So subscribe if you guys want to, or just be aware on the channel itself. We could set up some lobbies. I'm kind of down. Now as well, the console itself too, most people, they know what they're getting into. Like I said, it's a slightly bigger console, like it's better specs. The dock is also most likely where most people are gonna be playing on it most of the time. As you get better, better stats, it just runs a little bit better. People want to have the better graphics, most likely in a day one buy, which is totally fine, but everything seems chill. Everything seems nice. Everything on the console wise, and there's no widespread issues, not that we were expecting it, and it just is a nice normal console. Easy to set up. There was also a day one update, but apparently you didn't actually have to have that update to go even play Switch 2 cartridges, as we came out from other information. Some people were worried about that, but apparently that was just almost like a false rumor, because if you just have a Switch 2 game and you didn't have an internet connection or it be properly updated, which is rare regardless, apparently it still is fine. Can still be ran, can still be all good, but there is a few updates you need to have for certain old school style games. There also has been a lot of easy transitional periods to bringing over your Switch 1 data to your Switch 2, so it seems like everyone's pretty happy. It seems like the console's going nice, it seems like everything's flowing good, and once again, as we can even go look at more gameplay and graphics on this one, it just looks nice. It just works. Everything is just working well, and that's all we really need to have at the end of the day. Now, there is a few critiques though. Some people are more curious on certain games they want to go and have. They're kind of saying it's a lackluster launch, which I can understand. Ideally, we'll see a lot more throughout the next year or so. I do think we need to have like a Zelda game, although we just had Tears of the Kingdom. We do have Metroid Prime 4, which I'm very personally excited for, and probably the main reason why I'm buying a Switch for my old school nostalgia. I'm an adult now. Thank you guys watch my videos, or ever check out affiliate links or whatever it might be. Because of you guys, I want to go and play that and stream that. It's one of my childhood favorite games. And obviously, like Mario Kart, play with your buds, have a group of streamers or content creators, or if you guys are familiar with the buddy cam and stuff, we can set up some lobbies and do some stuff. It sounds like a great time. But it seems like a lot of people, there's a lot of stock everywhere. It may not be as big of a deal. There are still scalpers going around, but it seems like the day one has been overall good. The vibes have been nice. People have gotten their consoles. Everything has been going mostly good besides the major GameStop issue, and I do think this is a good first day of a brand new console. I do think the hype is a little bit lower. Maybe just in my head, I'm not sure, between the PS5 and Xbox. Maybe it was a COVID time, maybe just general hype, who knows? Maybe a lot of people just don't mind waiting because there's no major big day one games out besides Mario Kart, which was fun, yes, but it's not like end all be all. So I want to hear your thoughts and everything out there. If you guys enjoyed your day one experience, are you guys still waiting for your console? Do you guys want more Switch 2 news and updates? Let me know, and make sure you guys are also joining on into the giveaway down below for a chance to win your own Switch 2 console. We'll definitely have a little bit more coverage over here, do some streams of it once my consoles are all good, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching and all your thoughts and comments and everything down below. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot more news, so hopefully you guys are excited for it. Subscribe if you guys want, and I don't know, I'm just happy we are now once again finally fully into this next console generation. Doesn't feel like it, but it's still cool to know. Love you guys.